So yeah, yeah, we are live.
Awesome.
Okay, we'll just wait for like 5 to 7 minutes so that everybody knows that
Yeah.
the live started, because I tell them that it's at 10. So
Did you
that's
do it with a suit, Parth?
yeah, that time
Oh,
there
yeah.
was industrial roundtable, right? So that's why.
Yeah, that day. Shit, you did it on IR day.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming there can be swear words used on this.
Hi Deep, hi Vivek. So there'll be just people
Mhm.
coming in.
Yeah.
This is Manjeeth. Okay, we'll just wait for a while and then I'll introduce you. Hi Pushpa, Kankan, Arindam. Hi.
Who looks like?
Aziz Ansari. Okay,
Is
yeah.
it supposed to be a compliment?
Hi Vilman. Hi, I'm doing great. We'll just wait for 5-6 minutes and then we'll see. We'll start this thing. Hi Somajit. So yeah, I'll introduce him. Just wait for a while. He's my senior and he's the one who helped me a lot during the whole MS process. If you have seen MS in US guide, he's the one who wrote that MS in US, the visa guide as well. And there's this internship guide he just wrote. So, hi Neelam, Satparna, hi Jignesh, hi Ram, hi Aniket. So, if any one of you are from civil or construction management, this is the best time to like ask all those questions.
It's not audible. Is it audible for everyone?
Okay, if it's audible to everyone and if you can see us fine, just hit the like button so that we know. We'll start in like 3 minutes now. Okay, I'll introduce who's sitting right beside me in a while. Give me 5 minutes.
This guy is not letting it go. Look at Aziz Ansari. Yeah.
You do look a little.
Now it makes sense. Yeah, I think I do look like it.
Yeah. Okay, just 2-3 more minutes and then we'll see. I think people can hear us fine. What kind of question is that?
Yeah, I know the question. The question is difference between construction management and construction
Engineering management, but yeah.
Everyone has that problem.
Okay, not audible. Wait, we'll check. Wow, what's wrong? Hello. I think can if people cannot hear us, please refresh the page. And if it is audible to people, please just comment yes so that we know if it's audible or if we have to start it again.
Yeah, it's audible.
It's audible, right? Yeah. Okay, for everyone whose video is not coming or if we are not audible, please refresh the video. Live videos have these problems every time. So
I guess we can start it. I'll just go and introduce myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we are just starting. Wait.
That's good.
Okay. Okay. So Manjeeth will introduce himself. Actually, he doesn't need that much introduction. Yeah, go ahead.
Hi guys, I'm Manjeeth Kohli. I'm a master's second year grad student here at Purdue University. My major is the same as Parth. We both are pursuing masters in building construction management. So I'm told I'm a bit fast while speaking. So okay, this is something I can't help. I can't speak slowly, but yeah, I'll try to speak as slow as possible. But if I'm not audible or if I'm not understandable, just let me know. I'll repeat it again. So yeah, I've started applying in I came for fall of 16, and I were to graduate next May, this coming May of 2018, and I've done my internship last summer in San Francisco. Can't complain about that, San Francisco. So. And yeah, and I wrote some guides. I don't know if they were far helpful, but I think they were at least helpful for a specific sector of the master's students, which is construction management. But yeah, it's still a generic guide for all master's students. And I wrote a visa guide later and an internship guide for the current pursuing students, which can help. So I think not as much as Parth, but I think I can help you out a little bit.
While I was applying to all the universities, this guy's guide was totally helpful, and he was in direct contact with me through WhatsApp and through emails. I'm here in a way because of him.
Yeah.
So I can say that like he's the one who I can trust on every knowledge. So if you have any kind of question, if it's a civil question, definitely we'll be able to answer it better. But yeah, we'll try to answer more generic questions as well. So yeah,
Okay.
we can start taking questions if you have like post
Okay,
them here.
first you answer and then I'll answer if there's anything missing out in that.
Okay, which practice test is more similar to GRE?
The most similar practice test, I would never say one is exactly a replica of the actual GRE you'll be giving. You have to do multiple types of GRE tests, such as let it be Barron's, let it be Manhattan, let it be what is the main one?
ETS official one.
ETS official one is
Power prep.
Yeah. If you actually ask me the closest that can come to, I'm not saying it's going to be the same, but the closest that can come to being the actual GRE is the ETS power prep. But again, I would say give as many tests as you can, because that will make you prepared for on the day of on the doomsday. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, these okay. What is
Yeah.
a monthly expenditure? I just made a video. I posted. You can check it on my channel about the monthly average expenditure. That was the first month, so it was a little bit more than you could expect. But yeah, you will get a pretty much idea. Asgar, the link of the guide is in the description. You can check out. There's a group, Google group, so you can find all the documents which I have and all of the 3 guides he have posted. You'll find it all of them there. Is November the best time to take GRE? I'll take Manjeeth.
I would say at least I gave my exam on the 31st of July, GRE, and I tried to finish everything by at least October, because you want to so the deadlines typically start from November ending. I mean, the first deadline of any university is, I think, TAMU, at least for construction management, it was December 15th. But this is the one which is a financial help deadline. So I would advise everyone, despite and irrespective of if you need financial aid or not, apply for the first deadline you have. So if you want to finish everything by December and apply by December, you've got to have all your documents ready and everything by November. That means you have to give your exams at least by September end or October, so that October can be used for your SOP, can be used for your shortlisting universities. Never underestimate the importance of shortlisting universities, because that is the main thing. Doesn't matter how much of a GR you get, how much of a TOEFL you get. You have to shortlist universities according to your profile, and that takes at least 20 days of guidance with your seniors and understanding the whole process. So finish everything by GRE, at least GRE by August, September ending typically.
And if you're still, but if you still want to just go for fall 18 and you are not concerned about financial aid, for example, I took my second attempt on November 17. So it's still okay, because a lot of universities have deadlines by then, and I've seen people applying in December, by January as well. So it's up to your personal choice.
The best case is to give it by September, but you can push it until December if needed also, because the deadlines sometimes extend up to March as well. Yeah.
Difference between CEM and CM. Okay.
I've been asked this question too many times.
Yeah.
This is if you are a construction management student and are applying for any stream in civil engineering, especially CEM or CM. This is the question you'll be tortured with the most: CEM and CM. So CM is the construction management, CEM is construction engineering and management. CM is mostly offered by the architecture departments or the technology departments and is not technical. CEM is more on the technical side and involves a lot of coursework and everything. And remember, the most important difference other than all of this is, since CEM is offered by the engineering department, it's a STEM course. 100% it's a STEM course. But CM on the other side, if it's offered by an architecture department, it's a non-STEM course. The only CM courses in USA which are STEM are Purdue's BCM, because it's offered by the Department of Technology, and UFL's CM because it's also offered by the other department which is STEM accredited. Remember, STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Maths. So as long as your course is being offered by either of these 4 departments, you are STEM accredited. And always try to apply for STEM batches. There are some programs which are really good non-STEM programs as well. For example, the TAMU CM program is really good, but it's a non-STEM program. There have been persons who graduated, but they still feel they're at a disadvantage because of the 1-year OPT program. So that is the thing. But takeaway is, apply for the CEM program, apply to the CM programs which are STEM, which is Purdue's and UFL.
Yeah. Can you tell us something about the job fair? Okay, so except for India, I don't think there's job placement anywhere, like college placement. And everywhere you'll find job fairs where the companies will come and talk to you and take your interviews the next day. So we just had an industrial roundtable that was for industrial and mechanical branches. There were some companies for civil engineering and architectures as well. But the main construction management career fair is going to be on 28th.
Yep.
Yeah. So after that only I can tell you a bit more about job fairs. What is the most important factor selecting your university or comparing amongst?
There are multiple factors which involve in the university. At least for every person to person, it differs. For some persons, it may be only cost. You want to get it done within your cost budget. For some persons, it may be only the brand. Depends on what your final end product you want it to be. Like if you want a really secure job and if you want to have a good chance of finally securing a job after you graduate from your masters, I would suggest you to focus more on the brand of university and the program which you're studying in and how its previous statistics have been, at least amongst the alumni. So Purdue's, although it's a bit costlier, I chose it because I had good chances of funding it, and I knew there was my second year would be funded with an assistantship, and I went forward with the risk. Some people, let's say the Arlington program has very rare chances of funding, but again, Texas costs very less, and Arlington programs is very cheap even for if it's for 1.5 year or 2 years.
Yeah, how much is it? Can you?
It's around 24 lakhs for
tuition fee.
Yeah, tuition fee complete 2 years. That's like
30 for everything.
Yeah, easily 30. Yeah, not even more than 24, because in Arlington, from what I heard, although it's not official, you can work part-times off campus.
Okay.
So people try to get it done Arlington very cheap. So if you factors the free factors, you have to see the job statistics which have been of the previous college of the university who graduated students previously, and you have to see if you're so particular about the city and location, as much as I wouldn't advise you to be serious about the location, because although we are in Purdue, we apply to companies in California, we apply to companies in Texas, doesn't matter, you apply to every city in the US. So I wouldn't suggest you to worry about location at least.
That answers like, should I go to a big city to study? Like, is Chicago better or like?
So
something
every
like
university, if you see, is always close to some or the other city, and companies from Texas also visit Purdue, and companies from Chicago is the closest city to Purdue, and they also come to visit Purdue. And you apply to San Francisco as well, doesn't matter. So at least one factor I would eliminate for you is don't worry about the location. You'll apply all over USA.
Okay. Which month? By which month admission process starts for fall intake? August, September?
So there are two kinds of admission programs always happening. If you guys have heard of it, it's called rolling and non-rolling. So rolling is something in which as soon as your application comes through the system, your profile is evaluated. They'll see whether you're worthy of coming into the program, and they'll give you admission on the spot. Not on the spot, but at least they'll get back to you early as soon as you apply.
I have heard like even people have got admissions in 2 days.
Exactly. Yeah, that's very true.
So that's rolling ones.
And the non-rolling ones are like, if there's a deadline of Jan 31st, they wait until Jan 31st, and after Jan 31st, they sit on February 1st and evaluate all the applications, and then they release the dations. So if it's a rolling process, the seats will get filled up easy fast. So try to apply it early. And to know if the university gives out rolling dations or not, just mail them. Just mail the program coordinator asking how is the process of dation happening.
They'll probably take a little while in replying to you, but they will reply eventually. Okay, Umesh is saying it's inaudible. If everybody can hear us fine, just hit the like button so that we know that everything's fine.
Nice way to get likes, Parth.
Yeah. I have my GRE in 20 days. What should be my course of action? I don't know how to answer that question. It's like, just revise whatever you have done until now. That'll be the best thing to do.
I don't know if it could help, but once it's been a long time since I gave my GRE. 20 days, I would certainly say you're not going to have the best plan of preparation always. But whatever you have in your hands, you can always make the best out of it. So once go through the guide I have written for masters, in that there's a GRE section. In that, I would first advise you to finish all the words, all the Barron's words at least, because that's what dictates half of your verbal score at least. So finish the words, and for math, go for the Manhattan. If you go for the Manhattan, that covers a lot of math and Nova as well. That should be enough, and give as many tests as possible. Doesn't matter if you start on your first day or 20th day. Just give a test every day. You'll see the gradual amount of progress your tests are helping you every day.
Also, if you guys have some doubts about AWA, this guy scored a 5 out of 6. So ask about those tips if you want. Having problems with verbal RC, any suggestions?
forgot what is the definition of full form of
reading comprehensions.
Yeah, reading comprehension. So remember, whatever you are being asked, everything is in the 10 pages paragraph, 10 lines paragraph you have. Read every line, dissect every line. What is the what not don't try to read between the lines. Many people do this mistake of maybe the author is implying something and thinking, no, it's always blatant lying in directly in front of you. Think simple, keep it simple and silly.
I think the time pressure also.
Yeah, always people think there is something the author wants us to imply and make us understand when it's not put outside. Like it's very simple. Clear. Yeah. Just keep it simple. Don't
and just keep practicing a lot of RCs. That will make it better.
You have to read. You have to make this a habit of reading too much, which will help you.
GRE for cutoff CS, we are not sure.
There is no specific cutoff. In fact, in some programs, Purdue doesn't even encourage you to give your GRE scores as well. But
yeah, CS it's just recommended.
Yeah,
it's not
just
necessary.
Recommended. It's not necessary. But I would say 315 plus would be good. Yeah.
Is it easy to get a part-time job? Yes.
In Purdue, at least, at least the dining jobs, you get the dining jobs easily. Although there
are some available.
Yeah, there are still dining jobs available. It's stressful. I wouldn't deny it saying that it's going to be easy. The dining jobs are stressful, but that's what you got to do.
Yeah. Okay, what exam did you give? We took GRE and TOEFL.
Yeah, GRE and TOEFL. That's right. SAT, remember, SAT is for undergrads. SAT is not for the masters applying students. And you can either give TOEFL or IELTS.
IELTS is acceptable here. Like IELTS is acceptable in UK also.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if TOEFL is acceptable there. Okay, how was your work experience as an intern?
Work experience as an intern.
Well, keep it a little short, though.
The term I use for myself as an intern is I'm a glorified babysitter. Yeah, I did some work, but I think they overpaid me for what I worked on. But yeah, it was a good experience. I got to have some US experience on my resume. I worked in a general contractor firm, Webcore Constructions in San Francisco. It was a good experience just to kickstart my US life. Yeah.
Oh shit, we just missed a lot of questions. Okay. We're actually.
Yeah, we missed. I think I'm talking too much.
Okay, yeah. Say something about job fairs for Indian students is based on location of universities. I am from he just mentioned that most of the companies from all over the US will come to the job fairs. We had companies from West Coast, we had companies from South as well. So it's not very limited.
For the ones who want to know about jobs, go through the internship guide I've written. In that I have written how you can use companies coming to other universities as well. Many people don't know this, but if there is any university, like we have UIUC, University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign close to us, and we can go and visit the job career fair anytime. And they are also coming on the 28th to Purdue's career fair. You can attend any career fair happening in the whole US. It's just your point. If you think there are good opportunities there, go and attend it. Yeah.
And you'll find those internship guide in the link below. There's a group link. So if you're still wondering where are those, 2 weeks left for my GRE and last minute. We already mentioned that. Can you tell us about what is the difference between MS with and without thesis and which one is better?
I think you mentioned it better. It's with and without thesis. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, without thesis, there's no chance of funding. See, so there's very less chances of funding.
If you at least want a research assistantship, I'm not talking about a teaching assistantship. If you want an RA, research assistantship, you got to do a thesis. It's as simple as that. And which one is better? Obviously, we want the one which is coming simple and smooth. Without thesis. But if you're getting funding, it's probably worth doing it.
And in a way, like if you take up a lot of courses in the earlier semesters, then you can finish it within the same.
That's true.
The same money. Okay, Ashok, structural engineering. Okay.
I hate structural, man. I'm sorry, I'm the wrong.
Ashok, can you tell a little more specific what you want to know?
Yeah.
If you apply before,
you do have a call. Yeah, priority deadlines mean that you're applying for a scholarship. So if you're applying before the priority deadline, that means you will be applying for the scholarship. Yeah.
Structural engineering, but also please talk on strategy for emailing professors beforehand for RATA. I don't know about this.
So I wouldn't suggest you to apply for mail professors even before you get an admit.
But it did work out for like a couple of people.
Right? When you have an admit, it's probably makes sense to you to mail your professor asking, is there an opportunity of RA and TA? Check out my profile. But don't mail the professor when you applied. It's very inconvenient for the professors. They get hundreds of mails every day.
Yeah.
They want to know who are the students the university has given admit to, and they'll only talk to them. They know only those students are coming. So once you get an admit, then talk to them, explain them your whole profile. They see, research about the professor, see what papers he has written, tell them how your interests may align or make it align, may align with your interest with your professor's interest, and then explain how you could help him in his project. Convince him. It's all about convincing. Remember,
I'll probably make a video about this and share some of the experience, because we have two people who got one got GA and one is a TA.
Yeah.
So it is better to share their experience and talk to them. Actually, industrial automation. So I have work experience in it. Okay, Jignesh, that's a very specific question. I'm sorry, I can't help you in that. You recommend going after +2 or after your bachelor's of 4-5? If you have that kind of, probably how much do you spend in an undergrad?
Yeah, in undergrad,
crore, right?
yeah, you easily spend around 1 crore, and the credits you take are, oh my god, I don't think I can do a bachelor's here at least
yeah, it's
for
crazy.
the coursework. Yeah.
Did you face any racism? Have you faced any racism? I didn't face it yet. Yet. Okay, so
no,
he doesn't want to talk about politics.
I'm serious. No, there's no racism involved. People here are receptive. In fact, if you ask me, I know it's kind of self-criticizing, but we Indians are kind of narrow-minded coming here. After you come here, you realize how everyone is broad-minded and you are the one who's narrow-minded. So don't come with the perception that there may be racism and I may be a victim. No, you'll never be. Everyone is open.
Yeah, exactly. I've never felt left out or treated differently until now, at least. What is the STEM course, Darshan? Please look it up on Google.
Googling.
Yeah, thanks. Somebody already answered. Any idea about the average score for Purdue Mech? He just mentioned 315 plus would be a safe one, right?
As long as you're above 310 or 315 plus, you're always in contention for any course in Purdue.
What are the best books for GRE and TOEFL you recommend? You can check those. There's a couple of books down below in the description. You can check those links, or you can go to his guide and check out the description of every book. And he has mentioned why that book would be better. I'm planning to appear GRE in November. Is it too late? No, it's not too late.
Nope, you're not late.
Sure. I belong to Pakistan. I passed my
electrical technology
MBA. I
hired a consultant.
I applied for some private universities. Tell me process time.
First thing, never hire a consultant. Consultants are always going to undermine your profile.
I've already made a video regarding this, explaining or dissing why consultants are the worst thing which can happen to you.
Yeah, that should be enough to tell you.
Is it worth studying in an average university? But how do you define average university?
No, I understand. Like, if you ask me, people have this tier 1, tier 2 universities, tier 3 universities. If you ask me, average comes in tier 2 universities. And it's always worth studying in any university. Even if you ask me, if you get a, like, let's say...
it's worth, but after that, what?
The only thing is, as long as you're funded, if you don't have any loans for you during your MS, it's probably worth studying. But the only downside of studying in low grade or average grade universities, you'll have to work a lot to get a job later. I'm not saying the higher universities don't work and they'll get a job like this in the career fair. They are also going to work, but you need to put a bit more of work, I guess.
It's always a jump start which you can take through GRE. Like exactly how you can get a jump start from your 12th if you score good in IIT or BITS. I can apply for MBA in US, which should you'll have to take GMAT, Sazad. Parth, suppose I am qualified enough to apply for top IB, but the tuition fees is astronomical, but should I still apply and hope for scholarships? You should always apply. Like, taking a chance is not bad. If you're getting into MIT or Harvard, that's worth it. The bank will be happy to give you out the loan, and you'll definitely make out all the money once you get in the job.
If it's always what you balance through. If your costs are increasing, make sure at least your results where you can get a job are also increasing along.
GRE by what scenario structuring there?
Okay, scenario of structural engineering, every civil engineering sector is the same. If you need construction engineers, you need structural engineers as well. If you need structural engineers, there is a need for transportation. It's not like it's not like we build the highways. Highways are built by transportation engineers. It's not like we do the geotechnical soil work. Every stream has its own demand. Be the best at what you work and you will be hired.
And don't focus on which thing has more jobs, because every person is needed in every office. Shashank Agarwal, I'm not sure. So somebody actually DM'd me on Instagram. He was a tennis player. He got a sports scholarship in one of the universities here. So that's a way to get scholarships through undergrad. You have to be exceptionally good if you want scholarships for undergrads.
Yeah. And remember, there are no assistantships for undergrads, as far as I know. You can't be a TA or an RA typically for undergrad, because masters and PhD students will be given preference over bachelors any day.
Mm-hmm. How to search for job statistics about any universities?
Job statistics. Job statistics is something you can never search on Google.
LinkedIn.
Don't trust the job passing percentage. Talk to people who have graduated from the university. If I ask my senior, he knows about his batch better than probably Google. He knows what he had to go through and how many companies he had to apply. Your Google search is just going to tell you 25% people got the jobs, but it's not going to tell you where they got jobs, what kind of good jobs did they get, everything. So talk to seniors.
Yeah, that's the best way. And LinkedIn is one of the best ways to do that.
Yeah.
Which company sponsor for visa? There's a website called
My Visa Jobs. So if you always have a doubt about if the company actually hired, go to myvisajobs.com. You can enter the employer name. It will give you statistics of how many H1B visas they've sponsored over the last 3 years and how many they have withdrawn as well. So that will tell you if they are actually going to receive you in a positive manner this 2017. I mentioned it in the internship guide as well.
Go through those 3 guys. They'll mostly answer all the questions.
I'm not criticizing you guys, but it's a thing that you have to see the guides.
In MBA programs, there are some people do have scholarships in MBA.
Yeah.
I've heard they do, but they should have exceptionally good. I'm not sure about MBA that much.
Ashutosh is not giving me a break.
No, he's just mentioning that people were asking about jobs, right? So I came to know from one of my friends that professors don't reply my true.
Yeah.
See,
professors.
No, like while okay, at least for me, while I was applying to Swedish universities, I mailed a couple of professors. They replied probably within 2-3 days. Here it's difficult. They get probably more mails every day.
Yeah. And one thing I suggest is, remember, they are not under any obligation to reply to you. They are always, as we see here, how they are involved everywhere. Every minute of the day is busy. If they get a mail from some Indian student who hasn't got an admit still in the university but wants TR RA, even if it was me, I probably wouldn't reply to it immediately. Put yourself in their shoes and see if you'll answer to that mail. So give a convincing mail for them after you get an admit.
Yeah, and it's like that. They have 5 months. Everything is scheduled. We know that, okay, there might be a chance that they have 1 day free in that 5 months schedule. Everything is totally planned. How the job opportunities for structural in the US and that course.
As I said, every sector needs its own engineers. You always have opportunities.
Are 40 days sufficient to prepare for GRE? If you can, I've seen people preparing in 1 month. I've seen people preparing for 6 months as well.
Yeah.
So it all depends on you. We're planning. Okay, you'll have to look up Bhanu Pratap. Yeah, I have to look up the university. Then you'll have to look up for the course urban planning, and then you'll have to see if the course is comes under STEM or not.
Typically, from what I've seen, urban planning is always offered by the Department of Architecture, and when it's offered by the Department of Architecture, I would assume that it's a non-STEM course. But still, mail the project coordinator, program coordinator, asking for it. Over there.
I know somebody's just spamming. Wow, we actually are really slacking behind.
We are there. We just.
Oh yeah. How important is publishing technical? I did not have a technical paper. I'm still here.
You can see 2 contrasts here. I published papers. I'm here. He didn't publish papers. He's here. So people always look for any part of your profile which is really good. I had so bad screwed up CGPA, so I had to make it up with technical papers or GRE or whatever. He had a good overall profile, so he didn't have to go for technical papers.
Yeah, and my GRE was not that good as well, but my GPA and other profile was good. So until now, there's not been any problem with the Trump thing. Until now, okay, we'll discuss that in separate video. Yeah, this Saturday or next Saturday we'll discuss. How to prepare for AWA? Okay, now this is the question you want to answer.
So AWA, so you remember the ETS sample textbook you bought probably, and in the first there's a sample 2 tests which are already answered, and they've given you what kind of AWA answers they would give for a 5.0 rating, for a 4.0 rating, for a 3.0 rating. Go through them, see what is the difference you can understand between 5.0 rating and 3.0 rating of AWA answers. Remember, always give a detailed description. I have this habit of writing essays and pages. You can see that through the guide, but it is not always that just because you write more and more stuff means you'll get a good grade. Write what is needed. Write a detailed description, but not too verbose or too grande state. So keep it to the point. Give a detailed description, but still, and make it look good. Remember, if you are in the reader, would you like this stuff reading? Would you think this is convincing? And remember, dissect every point, like I said in the RC. If they've given you a 4 lines paragraph and asked you to talk about it in the AWA, take every line and try to imagine it in different perspectives and write it down. Simple.
Which country is good for MS in civil? It's too generic.
Yeah, we are in USA. We haven't been in different.
Like MS in civil is too generic. There's so much. Yeah. The different fields in civil as well, and for some, except like for renewable energy, urban planning, you'll probably want to go to Nordic countries. Yeah. Can you please tell me something about MBA program scholarship? I'm sorry. Okay, there's actually a channel called Lingua Marina. She is an MBA student in one of the USCs, I think. So you can check out her channel, and she has already talked about how she got scholarships for MBA. So I think that'll be really helpful. Is 310 a good GRE score? If your other profile is good, then 310 is okay. If you know that in the next coming GRE, if you're taking GRE again and you know that you're probably going to increase it 5 or 8 points, then you should take it again. For Master CS, should I prefer location over university ranking? No. As TAMU for industrial, have you heard about TAMU for industrial?
Not much, but I've heard at least industrial and Purdue is pretty good.
Industrial and Purdue is super good. Yeah. Mechanical and industrial. What about vocab? How to prepare? It's hard to manage so many words. Any suggestions?
Vocab, I would say try to implement it in. I'm not saying to go and talk to your friends in whatever GRE words you have just studied, but you saw a word, let's say verbose, you've read verbose, I think it's a GRE word. So imagine whatever you're speaking to someone and put that in a statement. You'll remember something which you've practiced rather than which you remember theoretically. So put it in a statement and talk to yourselves. Not talk to yourself, but yeah.
Okay, yeah. And try using them in your AWAs.
Yeah, exactly. AWAs. Try using that.
Can you share the link? Okay. I'll tell you how to find the Manjeeth guide. If you go in any of my videos, not the live ones, if you go in any of my videos, there is a group, like there will be a link of a group. It's called groups.google.something something. You click that, you open the first topic which is mentioned there. You'll find a couple of documents there. So you'll find Manjeeth's guide in there.
If you still feel lazy to do that, Google Manjeeth Kohli MS in US guide. Yeah, probably the first result should be a drive folder document.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. What suggestions do you give who aspire to their masters in aerospace? Okay, I actually talked about aerospace last time. So there's this guy Akash who talked to one of the professors here, and he found out that for jobs it is very difficult to get jobs in aerospace engineering. Mm-hmm. It is very slim chance. So it's better if you go to mechanical or industrial rather than going for aerospace. Do you have any comments on that?
I can't comment on
even my roommate is a mechanical student and he didn't go for aerospace just for the reason because they do not hire immigrants in aerospace sector. Yeah,
aerospace is a very delicate sector. Remember it in
US security
had some incidents in the US, so they're not.
Yeah, I'm 332, but I have moderate academics.
This guy is actually the guy asking for the third time.
Amit?
Before that, Arfat. Okay. I'm asking for the third time, how is Michigan for industrial engineering?
Not sure.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Industrial, not sure. I've heard Michigan is good for electrical, but not sure for industrial. 332 in GRE, but I'm moderate academics. 330 with 2, I think you'll make it.
You'll make it. As remember, it's always about how you convince your admission committee, and the only chance you have to present yourself in front of the admission
Statement of
committee
purpose.
through your words is your SOP, statement of purpose. So put it out in a convincing manner. I should sometimes, if your GPA is very screwed up like mine, I put it out blatantly in front of them. I told them I admit my GPA.
What was your GPA? Will
Yeah.
just
Are you going to insult me in front of
dude,
them?
you have
Yeah.
3, 4
I
papers.
had-
How many papers do you have?
7. Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah, but
what is there to be
so-
ashamed of?
my GPA is less than the number of papers I have, so that's what I'm mentioning now. So my
Makes sense.
GPA was 6.4. I knew it was very fucked up, so I had to put out in front of them. So I told them my GPA is less. I agree. I mean, you have to put out in a very convincing manner. I'm not going to say arrogantly that my GPA is less, but see my technical papers. I showed them a reason that because of my involvement in my research projects, I had 11 research projects and papers. I had to compromise on the GPA section, which is why. So put out in a convincing manner, you will get into it.
Please don't. Okay. Anyone facing lag? Oh, okay. If there is still some problem with the video, okay. I'll just know it. If you are liking the video, then I know everybody. If it's audible and it's watchable to everyone, that's the best way to know. Hypothetically, shortlisting for MS. Raghavendra, I think you emailed me as well. I'm not sure. I've made a video about shortlisting universities, how to do that. In his guide, he has also mentioned how to shortlist universities.
Yeah.
You can check that out.
So there's a person I know who has been admitted in the fall 16 batch. He is one of the demigods of business analytics. His name is Kaivan Gala, Kaivangala. You can talk to him on Facebook. He's very much helpful in this business analytics stream.
Is US best for construction management? Yes. I've talked to a couple of professors in my university as well, and I've heard the same thing. Should I apply for university by myself or go? No, don't go for consultants. Don't go for consultants. That'll be the best mistake you'll. Worst mistake you'll ever make.
They always try to undersell your profile.
Exactly.
They always try to get into safe universities, very safe universities, in fact, very cheap universities, so that they have a good conversion rate to show. They'll want to show that 100% of the students went to MS. So for that, they'll undersell you.
Yeah. And I've seen it. Like people have mailed me with their GRE score, with their profile, and with the list they have sent me. And
yeah, I actually did this thing after getting my admit just to scare the shit out of a consultancy guy. I went to him and showed him my profile. After I got my Purdue, After I got my Purdue admit, I showed him my profile and asked him to suggest universities. He started suggesting universities I never knew of and told I will never get into a top universities, and I had to show him my admit letter. So don't go to consultancies.
Make a video what to do after arriving in US step by step. Okay. How's Trump effect in US? We are making a video this week or next week, soon enough. Could you please elaborate on education in US after +2 or bachelor's? We already mentioned that if you're getting a scholarship for your undergrad in US, that could be the best thing ever happen to you.
Yeah.
If you're not getting a scholarship, then spending 1 crore is not the best way unless you're very rich. Is it possible to complete MS with thesis within 1.8? He has seen one person doing that.
No, actually, that one person tried to do that who had the guts to do it, and she still couldn't do it.
Okay.
So if you have a thesis, your professor wants you to sit for 2 years and properly do the thesis and graduate. So 1.5,
because thesis takes 1 year.
Yeah.
Like it will take 1 year.
It's next to impossible for thesis to complete within 1.5. You have to be 2.
Best University of Computer Science, MIT.
Yeah.
Scholarships for undergrads, not sure. We'll have to talk. I'll have to find somebody who has a scholarship here and talk to them. I have a score of 303. I'm planning for MS and CM. Could you please suggest some universities? Nikhil, please check out his guide. He has mentioned all the universities for CEM and CM. Can you please tell about ECE courses?
I wish I could, but I have no clue about ECE branch.
Can you guide something for commerce and financial fields? Please explain. Stop spamming. I'm not getting sound. If you're not getting sound, if you cannot watch us, just refresh the video. It'll be fine.
Can I get a sports scholarship? I'm a national player of Kho-Kho. I don't think, what you said is right. Kho-Kho is not a recognized sport here in this country, so they may not provide scholarship.
So, yeah, the guy who DM'd me was an international under 16, under 18 tennis player. That's why he got that scholarship.
RAs reserved for masters with thesis or without. So RAs are typically something which will be given when you're working on a project with your professor. So if that project is going to be your thesis, and if your professor can fund you for that thesis you're working on, then that is an RA in simple terms.
Do you know each other in India itself? Yeah. His batchmate interned with me in one of the companies. Yeah. That's how. Software construction manager should know before coming to US.
I would say try to expand your horizon of softwares. Let it be Bluebeam, let it be Primavera, let it be Microsoft Project. I'm not talking about Microsoft Word and that project.
No,
MSP is a separate construction management
Nobody
software.
uses MSP. Though.
Nobody uses MSP, but that's the thing. Your resume should show like you're here to learn things. You are willing to learn things. It doesn't matter if you don't know the software the company uses, but as long as you know something else, the company believes in you and will try to train you in that software.
Yeah. So apparently Primavera is not such a big deal here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Primavera is also not a big deal. Yeah.
Even though it's not that a big deal, I was talking to one of the companies here, and they asked me about Primavera and Revit and AutoCAD as well.
They always want you to learn something and have a basic understanding of softwares, but not expect you to know everything.
Okay,
Okay. Wow. Yeah, we're there. No,
is this one right? No. Yeah. Scholarships for undergrad. Can you share the link? Is it okay to take loans for B-Tier?
See the job statistics. See how seniors have graduated and they have good percentage of jobs graduating from the university. If they have jobs, you can go forward.
MIS program. Not sure about MIS program. Yeah. It's really amazing. You help out people in need for life science course.
Amazing Parth.
How's Northern University computer science? Do you know anybody?
I heard it's equivalent to NCSU. So
North Carolina. Yeah. AWA tips from you, please. Do you? Maybe we'll make a video about that. Does anyone know about this for earlier decision deadline? What kind of scholarships are we talking about? RA or TA fee waiver time? So if you're a RA or if you're a TA, the fee waiver will come along with it.
Yeah.
And there will be a amount of stipend which will be given to given to you.
If you're RA or TA, fee waiver is always a constant thing. The only variable is how much stipend you're given.
Yeah. It can be half also, right? Yeah. You can be half TA, but you will still get full fee waiver. That's a great thing. How about job in India after MS in US?
You want to work in India after MS in US?
You'll not be able to pay off your loan. Yeah. Simple as that. I don't even know if she should say it very loud. How does MS in Canada compare with MS in US for CS in terms of scholarship, jobs, visa? So getting a PR in Canada is much easier, super easy.
Yeah.
But you'll probably not be paid the same. We charge the same for MS. Will October 2 be too late? No. Manjeeth, what were your scores? And did you take a year's gap?
My score was 320 in GRE with AWA 5 and TOEFL, I think it was 106. I like writing, so basically I scored 30 in writing as well. And what is the other question? A year gap? No, I didn't take a year gap. I came fresh out of my undergrad.
Yeah, that was me who took a year gap. How to prepare for SAT coming in 1 month? SAT, okay, there's this guy called That Indian Guy. You can check out his channel. He's with a fake accent a little bit. Will October be Manjeeth Greenlight?
Is required GRE for CS. It's recommended, not
it's
required.
Recommended, yeah, it's not required. For the Greenlight prep template, okay. We cannot say anything about financial engineering. We are not from the same field.
Robin?
We have any idea about Texas in-state tuition you offer for Indians? In-state fee, I think everybody gets in-state fee, right?
In-state fee is something if you're a resident. Texas fees are cheaper. I agree with that. But I don't know if it will be offered an in-state fee. It's again some kind of scholarship.
Yeah, people do get in-state fees, but they'll tell you that you're eligible for in-state fee. That is kind of scholarship you're giving you. CS at TAMU or CS at Purdue? TAMU will be cheaper.
Yeah, I would go for the cheaper option.
How to handle pressure at time of whole GRE exam? Breathe. Breathe and practice. Take a lot of mocks so that it's much easier for you to.
I used to put a timer and actually try to imitate a mock GRE exam in my home. And actually, when I went to the final exam on the exam day, I never felt like I was giving the actual exam. Midway through my exam, I realized, oh shit, this is the actual exam. Let's concentrate seriously. But Give more marks. You have to get used to
and
it.
give more mocks. Like if you're planning to take the exam at 3 for the 3 p.m. slot, then take the exams at 3 p.m. That way your body will be adjusted
You
to
don't
that
have to
clock.
give marks at 9 o'clock and sleep at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
The name of the website is myvisajobs.com.
I'm second year in CU BCom. Can I do my third year from Canada? Okay, not sure. Ritvika. Janish Bheg, I got 3. Oh shit, 290 is bad. But I have GPA of 9.22. Can I hope for best? No, take your take your GRE again. 290 is
Remember,
really low.
GPA is not something which can be reproduced again. I can't go back and change it. But GRE, you can give it a second attempt and change.
You can take 5 attempts in a year. So,
yeah.
How many GRE words did you prepare? Because I've seen guides 500 even books. So I could mug up 1300, 1400 words maximum.
The main one? Baron 800. Right?
Yeah, Baron 800.
Baron 800 is the standard one I would suggest everyone to follow at least. After that, increase as much as you want.
Yeah. But like be sure that you still remember those 800.
Yeah.
By which month admission process starts for fall intake? August.
No, admission
August,
process, right? The
admission
application process?
I think he's asking for that only.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. August, September. What should be an ideal GRE score for terms in civil engineering? There's no ideal score. You can. So his senior Pratik, how much Pratik scored?
Pratik scored 334, and he's in the same department as me, who scored 320.
And he's the same department as who I scored 313. So
yeah,
it all depends.
And there's also a guy who scored 305. It's all about balancing your profile.
Who scored 305?
You have to balance everything in your whole profile.
Yeah. SOP tips.
Put yourself in the reader's position. Make it convincing. Tap on.
Make it coherent as well.
Like, tap onto the emotion. I mean, not. Remember, many people do this. Like they tell their whole life in the SOP that they forget why they're writing the SOP in the first place. So don't tap too much onto the emotional side, but put a tinge of emotion of why you're doing this. What is the reason? There's always a standard format for SOP. I've written it in my GRE guide. Go to MS English guide. Go through it.
And there's a video regarding SOP as well. Suppose you're good at some sports. No, I don't think you could just like put it like that. Unless you have some national awards or something. Will backlogs in UG after affect MS admit? I had one backlog. Yeah,
depends again. How worse are the backlogs? Which subjects are those? If I had a backlog in math, they're not going to care about it if I'm applying for masters in construction management. Try not to have a backlog. If you have one, try to show valid reason for that.
Is spending 3 lakhs on the consultancy worth? No, it's not. It's not worth.
Sorry, man, but
no. Rather than spend on your applications,
3 lakhs is approximately 1/3 of your semester fee. Do you really want to spend that?
Yeah, how's chemical engineering scope in US? Not really sure about that. Is getting scholarships in UG easy? Please mention the things. No, I'm not sure about scholarships in UG. So we both are master students. I'll have to talk somebody from undergrad. I'll have to try to convince them.
Many aspirants for UG. I never thought.
No, there are. Apparently there are. I missed the part where I can find Manjeeth's guide. Okay, I'll post a comment with the link of Manjeeth's guide. You can find it there. Ideal GRE in TOEFL score. There is no ideal GRE in TOEFL score. The more you score, the better it is. Should I lie on my SOP about my projects to get a university, to get into a better college? No, never. No, you shouldn't lie because. You shouldn't lie. You can sell it better, but you shouldn't lie.
The letter of recommendations given by your professor, do you think the professor won't be contacted if the university gets it out?
Yeah.
If they contact and if they find out that you're faking it, you'll be blacklisted from applying to all universities in the US.
Yeah, that's the worst thing. Yeah, I got 290. Okay, we already answered that question. But some good universities for electrical. We can't tell this way. Any tips for score high in verbal? Who scored high in verbal? We'll have to talk to them. You scored high?
155. It's not high.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, maybe. Is there a university offering MS in automation, robotics, IoT? There's almost all the universities offer MS in robotics.
Yeah, they do.
Can you guys please give me some insight about construction manager MS in UNCC, UTA, Clemson, and Stevens?
UNCC, cheap. It has a decent amount of students graduating all the time, but I just recently heard there's a problem within the department about its need full of prerequisites.
Okay. Seems like Harikin came
Mhm. Seems like.
there. Harikin came there. Hey, yeah, no. I don't want like another video to publish. Enjoying?
Yeah, I love it. Oh shit, you are live actually.
I am. Okay, I am live then. Yeah. But I don't know if people can watch me or not. Yeah. I don't think they can watch me. Can you guys hear me or watch me? If everybody can hear me or watch me, just please comment so that we know.
You're back.
Yeah, yay, we are back again. There was some internet
Okay.
trouble.
Someone asked about UNCC. UNCC is cheap and UNCC is in a good location as well. But apparently, there's been some problem recently in the program about prerequisites. So talk to Yashwant Rane. He's in UNCC's program. He can help you.
Write that name and search him on LinkedIn or Facebook.
Yashwant Rane. And about Clemson, Clemson is pretty cheap. Clemson is one of the most underrated universities for construction management. Check out the CSM program. Construction Science and Management is non-STEM in Clemson. The CEM program is STEM program in Clemson.
Okay, and if everybody can watch us and hear us fine, just hit the like button so that we know. I missed that part. Where can I find Manjeeth's card? We already did this one, right? Some good
I think
news.
we're in the last. Go into the bottom.
How much for nuclear engineering? No, we don't know. Okay. No, I saw this one. We didn't do it. MS in spring. Okay, we'll talk about. Is there any disadvantage of starting MS in spring semester? Talk about it.
Okay, so there's a rule in the US where you have to do at least 2 semesters of academic study before you start an internship. So if you're coming in a spring semester, that's just before your summer. That means you completed only 1 semester of academic study. So you can't do your internship in the summer if you came as a spring student. But you could do a co-op in your final semester. Apparently, students in NCSU, CEM are exploiting this advantage if they come in spring semester. So if you come in spring, you can't do a summer internship, but you can do a co-op.
And if you still have doubt about co-op and internships and all, we'll explain it to you. Can you answer one?
So is there any disadvantage of, okay, I've completed that. I've started working in software company, though I'm from mechanical, I want to pursue MS in mechanical. Would it be very difficult to arrange this experience? It's always about how you convince people. If you're from MS, if you're coming from a software background and want to apply for MS in mechanical, convince them you have good mechanical background in your subjects, academics, and have that passion and interest and vigor to do that. Hey dude, should I apply to Texas? Texas is a very broad one. Which university are you specifically talking about? I'm doing my engineering in computer science.
Should I take GRE right now or think of prepare, or should I take prepare more? Okay, you are in third year, right? So take it in the summers next time. Like before your fourth year starts, take it in the summer and prepare during this third year. Thanks for almost answering each and every question. Awesome. If I take your year gap after that, don't do anything, will it affect my application? So I did that in a way. I did intern like for a while, but I did not do anything major. I did not work for any company. It's not affected me yet.
Even in our batch, there was Janak who had an year gap. It's always about how you convince people, how that broadened your perspective.
Exactly. National awards in sports is what I meant. How do you slip in while maintaining a good flow? In the last paragraphs, like second last paragraphs, when you're mentioning extracurriculars, yeah. Thanks for. How do we publish a paper? Different. To like a whole topic for a different video. Yeah, got to see today. Awesome. I got shortlisted in one. I got shortlisted in one of job, and there's 2 years bond in that company. I'm planning to give my GRE in March. What should I do? Maybe you can just wait for a while and see how you're liking the company.
Your work experience is obviously going to help you in getting a master's admit, and 2 years work experience is really good. So stick to your company, finish that bond, and then apply for master's.
Yeah, because 1 year is on the lower side.
1 year is on the lower side, yeah.
Yeah, 2 years is on the safer side. Is it really necessary for me to have publication when it comes to food science and thesis course? Not sure.
Publication is like a positive thing. If you have it on your resume, it's good.
It's not necessary. Yeah,
it does not mean that if you don't have it, it's a negative. It doesn't work like that. It's good to have it, but it's okay even not to have it.
Yeah, but if you're mentioning that I want to go in academy only, then obviously they'll have to have some publications. Video in streaming, I think video is good now. If everybody can see us fine, then it's good. What happened? Okay, video found some trouble. Can you repeat the name of the person? Okay.
It's Kaivan Gala, Kaivan Gala, Gala.
He's from India.
He's from India. He's studying in UTD.
Okay, so season. I think we'll finish in like 10 minutes, 5 minutes maximum. 11 p.m. we'll finish. It's been a long session.
We finished this.
Yeah, I started working. We finished this. Can we do? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I like SGSU, but they're asking for WES. You covered this before?
Okay, so yeah, watch my video if you need WES or not. That will explain. Just for one university, if you really want to go to that university, then only take WES. If you're planning to apply to other universities and you have some other ambitious universities, because it's not just San Jose State which you want to go.
Yeah.
And spending 25,000 on one university, it's a little bit too much.
And Nikhil, you're asking the name of the person. It's Yashwant Rane. And T, just T, not TH. Yashwant Rane. RANE.
Yeah. Mechanical for Texas. Studio audio is not working. Refresh the video if its audio is not working. We can see here the audio is working fine. Can't you get co-op and internship at CMU students? CMU student wasn't explored.
No, NCSU student.
North Carolina.
So they are doing a semester internship, which is called a co-op in their final semester if they come as a spring student.
I got admits from Illinois Institute and New Jersey NGIT. Which should I go for?
I had a very bad experience with IITC. They rejected me.
Oh yeah, they focus on GPA a lot.
Yeah, they focus on GPA a lot. So
I think it's with Illinois, generic Illinois.
I was about to send them my admit letter for you and then I stopped.
Please
repeat the spelling before Gala. Kaivan, Kaivan.
How to contact Manjeeth? Please don't contact Manjeeth. They'll be super busy.
Yeah, no. But feel free. I'm on Facebook as Manjeeth Kohli. Don't send me requests. I can't accept everyone's, but message me. I can help you out anytime. It's Manjeeth Kohli, not Kohli. It's Kolli.
Yeah. LLI.
Yeah. Did you say it as Kohli somewhere?
Yeah, LHI probably. No, I didn't want to give you a contact out that way. Completed my okay, we'll just finish it off. Not taking any more questions. Thank you so much guys for coming. We'll just take these 3 questions and that is it for today. You mentioned the monthly expenses which was around 500 or more. How do an Indian student can afford education loans? That's how you do it.
Just around 500, I think.
No, it's 800.
Yeah,
I spent around 500 for that was just the room rent and redundant electrical.
We are not counting the other general miscellaneous expenses, which.
No, I did count everything.
Oh shit. Okay.
I counted everything, which was like it came out to be 830 or something like that.
But I think we can still do it.
Yeah, you can get lower than that because it's like the first time. So
people are already contacting.
They are.
Yeah.
Okay, it's sad. I hope you're doing well. If I GRE in November later, I'll. Cool. Please answer me. Anmol, can you tell me a question again? We missed your question. Since you're, should I go or Sunny Albany?
Should I go to Sunny Albany? Which stream? No clue about which stream.
Okay, if you're texting me, I have exam on Thursday. I had a paper due today.
Which I hope he flunks.
No, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do, so that's why I'm a little bit busy. But you don't reply on WhatsApp. I don't reply on WhatsApp. Please don't say. Thank you so much guys for coming, and we'll not take any more questions. Thank you so much guys for coming, and we hope that we answered all of your questions.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll do more live sessions. Like next Tuesday I'm doing live session again, and this Saturday I'll be posting one video, either this Saturday or this Sunday. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much guys for coming, and I'll see you in the next one.
See you guys.